Children, today we are going to start with lesson 23, punctuation and uses of capital letters. Okay, so the most common marks of punctuation are the comma, the semicolon, the colon, the full stop, the question mark, the mark of exclamation and the quotation marks. Now these are the signs. This is comma, this is semicolon, this is colon, full stop, question mark, exclamation mark and quotation marks or open and inverted commas. Okay. Now among all these seven, full stop, question mark and exclamation mark are permanent pauses. All declarative and imperative sentences end with full stop. All interrogative sentences end with question mark and all exclamatory sentences end with exclamation mark. Permanent pauses mean that after putting these marks, whenever you start a new sentence, you will start with a capital letter. But this is not the case for these. Now yes, for quotation marks, these quotation marks are actually used to quote a dialogue. So whenever we put the open inverted commas, this is called open inverted comma and this is close inverted comma. You have to know how it is to be written, and whenever we put this mark open inverted comma, the first letter after this should always be a capital, if it is a new dialogue. Okay? Let us try to understand the application of each punctuation mark with the help of examples. Now see, number 1, the comma. This is the sign of comma. Ali, Afzal, Ram and Suhan met me on the way. Now first of all, we put comma to separate a series of words of the same parts of speech. Now Ali, Afzal, Ram and Suhan all are written one by one and they all are noun, isn't it? So to separate them, we put commas. But before the last name, we do not put a comma, we write and. Okay? So comma, comma, but the last two will be joined by and. Number 2, Delhi, the capital of India, stands on the Yamuna. See, look at the sentence. We could have written two sentences. Delhi is the capital of India, it stands on the Yamuna. In place of that, when we have to write all the information in one sentence, we can separate it by putting commas. First of all, because we are talking about Delhi, so comma after Delhi. The first information about Delhi is that it is the capital of India, so comma after capital of India. And the second information is it stands on the Yamuna. So after comma, stands on the Yamuna and full stop at the end. Number 3, Sheila, shut the door. Now this is an imperative sentence. Whenever in imperative sentence we address that person, so after the name of that person we put a comma. This sentence means that Sheila is told to shut the door. We are instructing Sheila to shut the door. Number 4, however rich he may be, he cannot be happy. Whenever we find that the sentence is being too long and we need a short pause in between, we can put a comma. So these are the common uses of comma. Next is the semicolon. Now comma is the shortest pause. Semicolon is greater than comma. And it is used, this is the sign of semicolon, it is used to differentiate or separate a series of clauses such as I came, I saw, I conquered. These are all clauses, and when we have to write together, semicolon is used to separate them. Then the next one is the colon. This is the sign of colon. Now colon is used to mark off a direct quotation. Now see the sentence. Keats, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Whenever this colon is used and after that whatever is written it marks that this line is spoken by this person. Okay. Now, a thing of beauty is a joy forever is said by Keats. So, in place of writing says and putting inverted commas, we can write in this manner also. Generally, you will find the use of colon when you are reading a play. Okay, where so many dialogues are there and punctuation marks, not punctuation, quotation marks are not used, or inverted commas are not used to mark the dialogues. Next is full stop. You all are very well aware of the use of full stop. Full stops are used in place at the end of declarative sentences or at the end of imperative sentences, and they mark a permanent pause, as I told you before. Now, question mark. This is the sign of question mark. You all know very well. Now, question marks are used at the end of interrogative sentences, which we have already done in kinds of sentences. Where are you going? This is a question, so it will end with a question mark. How are you? This is also a question, an interrogative sentence, so it will end with a question mark, and this is question mark is a permanent pause. Number 6, mark of exclamation. This is exclamation mark. Exclamation marks are used at the end of exclamatory sentences. These are not new for you. We have already done in kinds of sentences. Well done. Well done. This is an exclamatory sentence, so it will end with a exclamation mark. How it rains. Exclamatory sentence, so it will end with an exclamation mark. Now, the last one is very important. The quotation mark or inverted commas. The quotation marks are also called inverted commas. This is open inverted comma, which looks like 6, and this is closed inverted comma, which looks like 9. This we have already been taught how to make out. Now see how it is used and where it is used. The teacher said work is worship. These marks, the open inverted commas and closed inverted commas or quotation marks, are used to quote the dialogues. So first of all, before marking the marks, you have to make out which part is dialogue. The teacher said is not the dialogue. This is, somebody is saying that the teacher has said. Now what the teacher has said? Work is worship. So this part is dialogue. Work is worship. So work is worship would be within inverted commas. Now to differentiate this part, to separate these two parts, we have to put a comma. Then put the inverted comma open. First letter will be capital. After open inverted comma, the first letter will always be a capital because it is a sentence. It is a fresh sentence. Work is worship is a complete sentence. So it will start with a capital letter and then full stop, and after full stop we will put the closed inverted commas. Understood? See the next sentence. I am very happy today, said Radha. Now see, here the speaker is mentioned at the end. So this part is dialogue. This part is spoken by Radha. I am very happy today. So this part will be quoted within inverted commas. So open inverted comma, write the dialogue, and after the dialogue you always have to separate it with this comma, and then close inverted comma, said Radha, then full stop. Understood? This I will explain you again with by taking some more examples.
Now the use of capital letters. That means where to use capital letter in a sentence. Number 1, every new sentence. That means each new sentence starts with a capital letter. You can see here, he came to see me last night. H is capital. Okay. But I was not at home. This is also a new sentence, so B is capital. Number 2, proper nouns. Wherever you will write proper noun in a sentence, it must always start with a capital letter. See, this is the first letter, proper noun. Whether it is the first letter or the sentence or a proper noun, it has to be written in capital letter. This also, see, proper noun in capital, this in capital, proper noun capital, this. All these are proper nouns. Ram lives in Delhi. Ram is the name of a boy, so proper noun. Delhi, name of the city, so proper noun. Delhi is the capital of India. Delhi and India, proper noun, so they are starting with capital letter. Aftab died on Wednesday. Wednesday is the name of the day, so capital letter. 1st February 2010, February name of the month, so capital letter. Words such as, there are certain words which must always be written in capital, such as oh, God, Allah, alas. O should always start with a capital letter. God must always be written in capital letter, and alas also. A must always be capital. Then the first word of a sentence put within inverted commas. She said this lesson is hard to learn. Now this is spoken by her. So this is a dialogue, a fresh sentence. So after inverted comma, the first letter must be written in capital. Okay? Then the first word of every line of poetry. Poetry means poem. The first line of a poem, or the first word of every line of a poem must always be written in capital. Whenever you are writing poem, first word of the poem of every line must start with a capital letter. You must know and you should follow this and should remember that first word of each line of the poem must start with a capital letter. Okay, you can observe it in your literature book also, you will find. Now see this, how it is punctuated. Do you remember, comma, uncle, comma, you said to me the other day, when you pass your examination, I shall give you a gold watch. Now see, this part is dialogue, so it is written within inverted comma. Understood? This is not dialogue. This is being said by somebody. Okay? And this part is the dialogue, so it is written within inverted comma, and the other part is not written, and comma is put wherever it is required. Before inverted comma is used over here. Okay, so you must always remember the rules of capital letters and the punctuation marks while writing a sentence and all.